Turkey is now seen more likely to default on its debt than Greece, which is rated 4 notches lower by Moody's. My article on the weekend, Cold Turkey. Harold Macmillan, when asked what a Prime Minister feared most, replied, "Events, dear boy, events." President Erdogan of Turkey, who you will recall cut short a state visit to Kenya a while back, has been President of Turkey since 2014. He previously served as Prime Minister from 2003 to 2014 and Mayor of Istanbul from 1994 to 1998. He founded the Justice and Development Party in 2001, leading it to general election victories in 2002, 2007 and 2011 before standing down upon his election as president in 2014. At an exchange rate of 5.6 to the dollar, per capita GDP is just under $8,000. The same as in 2006, which equates to 12 years of no growth, and down a third since hitting a peak of more than $12,000 in 2013. But still more than double the level when the AKP took power in 2002. That was Charlie Robertson via Twitter. On Friday, the Turkish Lira death spiraled lower, at one point trading an eye-popping 20% lower, an active repeated today. Before recovering some of its losses to close minus 10% on the day, the Lira has collapsed 16% over a week, 20% over 4 weeks, and 40% in 2018. Turkey is now seen more likely to default on its debt than Greece, which is rated 4 notches lower by Moody's. In 1998, Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher told the House of Commons, "There is no way in which one can buck the market." President Erdogan, like Xi Jinping, finds himself caught in the strongman conundrum. If you are the strongman and have placed yourself on a pedestal, then you own the problem. President Erdogan remains a limit short trading position. President Erdogan said, "Don't get high on your ambitions. You won't be able to make money on the back of this nation. You won't be able to make this nation kneel. They've already made a ton of money and you are kneeling, Mr. President." And then, even if they got dollars, we got our people, our God. In the markets, that's called a Hail Mary pass. Erdogan repeated his call to Turks to sell dollars, euros and support the lira. Turks are doing exactly the opposite. The proximate cause for this currency crisis has of course been the detention of the US pastor Andrew Brunson, but Erdogan and his son-in-law had already been advocating their own version of voodoo economics, and to quote Sid Verma, "Who would have thought that unhedged large foreign debt, politicized monetary policy, soaring inflation, a current account deficit, geopolitical troubles, an autocratic lurch, and weak sentiment for emerging markets could create a currency crisis?" President Trump, an avowed linguistic warfare specialist, has embraced coercive sanction and financial warfare. Look at Venezuela, where the Bolivar is cratered 2 million%, Iran minus 30%, China, where his tariff warfare has Xi Jinping reeling. JP Morgan was reported as suggesting there is a risk that Trump sells dollars in order to damp down the dollar. In fact, if Trump wanted to press his advantage, he should buy the dollar, not sell it. The dollar is currently seriously weaponized. Late Friday, Trump doubled down on his short lira position via tweet. "I have just authorized a doubling of tariffs on steel and aluminium with respect to Turkey as their currency. The Turkish lira slides rapidly downward against our very strong dollar. Aluminium will now be 20% and steel 50%. Our relations with Turkey are not good at this time." President Trump seems to be relishing his financial warfare strategies. He has Khamenei on the run, Maduro in Venezuela is being attacked by a remote-controlled drone. Xi suddenly looks ever so fragile. President Erdogan is a Shakespearean figure. He has slayed enemies, real and not real. His chest has been puffed up with pride. He even rescued the Emir of Qatar. But he has now met his match, that match being the markets. I hope he still has Madame Lagarde's number on speed dial. Such is the ultimate bonfire of populist vanity. The populist leaders, with their cheering and cheerleading clacks, have drunk their own Kool-Aid, and therein lies our ultimate salvation. They will be driven over the edge. The edge, there is no honest way to explain it, because the only people who really know where it is are the ones who have crossed over. I was saying President Erdogan is right at that edge. EM currency volatility, this is from Bloomberg. Turkey's Lira has now depreciated more than Nigerian Naira and the Angolan Kwanza since the 2014 crash in oil prices.